you're going to want to do is get a moisturizer, obviously. The one I've been using this summer is the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion because it is water-based. And how do you figure out what is water-based or if your moisturizer is water-based? Just go to the ingredients and look on the back and it will tell you if it's water-based or a silicone-based. It's very important that your foundation that you mix with the moisturizer is also water-based. This is my foundation. It's from Natural Born Cosmetics, and it is a water-based foundation, so when I mix them together, they mix perfectly. If this was a silicone-based foundation and I tried mixing it with a water-based moisturizer, it's kind of like a whole oil-water effect. It's not going to mix. It gets really weird and really clumpy, and you're not going to want that on your face. So, the first thing I do is I open up my foundation. I get a concealer type brush, and I'm going to pick up some of the product. And this is a very organic DIY because you're going to use the back of your hand as a kind of like a palette. If you're not into that and you don't want to use the back of your hand, then you can use something like a mirror, maybe a mirror plate or an actual palette and mix it on there. But this is me, this is my face, and I'm completely fine with it. So I'm going to pick up some product and I'm going to just put it on the back of my hand. And I put it on there. Now, the more you put on the back of your hand, the longer the moisturizer is going to kind of last. Not last on your face, but the more you're going to get on your face. So, I'm going to put about that much. And then this is when you mix. So you take your moisturizer, and I'm just going to go ahead and put one swirl like that. And then I just mix it with my clean hands. And it really mixes very nice. Now with this, because I'm already mixing with my fingers, I'm going to go ahead and apply it with my fingers, but another option for you is to apply it with a sponge. These are wedge sponges that I buy at the grocery store or drugstore, and I pick off the top because then that kind of mimics the surface of your skin and it makes for a very natural application. But I like applying it with my fingers because it works very well. You're kind of warming up the product too. And so you just take your mirror and see where you're applying. I apply specifically to any of the red areas on my skin, my forehead, and I kind of put it all down first and then blend all over, so it may look a little funny in the mirror. And then you kind of just rub it in, and you're going to see that that foundation is still going to give you a nice coverage. Okay, so I finished putting on the Tinted Moisturizer. I will say that if you're looking for something that has maximum coverage, maybe you're someone that needs maximum coverage, the Tinted Moisturizer is not going to give you just that. So it's very light, and it's something that's supposed to make your skin feel almost very natural. You kind of see your skin coming through. So in the case that you're not very happy with the minimum coverage, you can always go back with your concealer and cover some of maybe the under eye circles, any blemishes, any red spots, and that's what I do. So I actually use the DIY Tinted Moisturizer before I go to work, and I just kind of put the concealer where I need it to make it a little bit more maximum coverage. So that's actually what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to just take a little bit more of the foundation, and I'm going to go underneath my eyes in any areas that I feel I need to put some more coverage on. And you can just do that with the concealer brush that you already used to pick up the foundation. So just a little under my eyes. Because this is a moisturizer kind of based foundation, you're really going to have to set it with some powder. It's hot outside, So what happens when you get outside? You start to sweat, things start to melt. So you want to set what you just did. And this is also kind of a good thing to carry out throughout the day, just to go in and to blot, and to also put some additional powder on if you want to keep kind of that matte finish. I don't mind a dewy type natural finish, I kind of like it, but I also don't want my makeup to melt off in the summer heat. So I'm just taking some neutral matte powder and I'm going to set all of what we did. Okay, now it's all set, and as you can see, I use, how many times do I tell you I use this? I use it all the time. Naked palette by Urban Decay 2. And what's really neat is that the mirror here can work as an actual palette for you to do, put concealer on there and things like that. And I use that a lot, especially when I do makeup for other people. I use it kind of as a palette. It's a good mixing palette. So if you're wondering why I have this, that's why. So we've set the makeup, and now you can go ahead and finish off your look, and you'll go ahead and see how really natural and nice it looks with DIY Tinted Moisturizer. It looks like you put and spent a full makeup application. So let's go ahead and finish up. Okay, so there you have it. I finished putting on the rest of my makeup, some blush, a really natural kind of eye, and a pink glossy lip. And it kind of completed the whole Tinted Moisturizer look. It was so easy, I'm telling you. 10 to 15 minutes max on this whole thing.